Europa doesn't have anything on it. Now let's see what is going on this way. There we go. A long cave, honestly. Oh. Who put these barrels here? Anything else of note? I mean, this gets us out to the sewers. Another way, another one-way door. Okay. And there is nothing else we can interact with in here? Okay. That's fine. I mean, this is where the crocodile guy was. Is he still here? Yeah, he's still here, roasting his horrible meat. I suppose we're gonna go back into the south caves and see if there's anything else in there somewhere. But hey, we made a connection. That's good. Can you just walk through here? Thank you. Okay. A rat. Where's the rat? I don't see a rat. I don't see a rat that's interactable here. But I do want to get all the rats. So we'll see. Okay, now this was just the beheaded body. And this way looks interesting as well. Let's first go here. There doesn't seem to be anything that way. That's okay. And if we go this way, oh no, that looks interesting. First, leaves left to dry for a long time. It's incense, very good. More restoration. But that's all so far, and this seems like an interesting wall. A grand engraving of the divine era. Let's engage. Among the fallen and the broken of an ancient world lies among them a single structure. A monument to a forgotten power. At the top, a cracked lion's head glares at you. A one-eyed lion with a single dark and empty socket. It's a shrine, isn't it? A shrine to what god? One lost to time, thank you. Intelligence? Does it work? You may prepare spells here, yes. There is a connection to divinity. You seen anything like this, Snell? Sure. Looks like a normal cat thing. There's a ton of them all over the city, if you know where to look. Do I know where to look? Clearly, you found this one. Hard to tell exactly what's going on here due to the rubble and the dust. You could try investigating it more closely, but remember, the White Mains are famous for their traps. You know, like that fiery hallway you barely survived. So be careful. What do you think, Meek? Your scarf rustles. Meek thinks spooky ghost. His first comment is, before he even opens his eyes, many spooky ghosts in place like this. The mimic's gaze darts around the chamber. Yes, 100% is trap here. Master beware. Not surprising. If you gotta investigate, just be careful. I don't know why I even say that. I know you're not going to listen. You can listen. Just not right now. Take a step closer. Okay. Look out for that symbol Axel was talking about. You dust off the front of the shrine, then the sides of the shrine. It's faint, but there is some type of symbol on it. It's difficult to tell what's a weathered scratch and what's a creative choice. Look closer. Yes, a symbol. A symbol of a sun, definitely. Lost Mines of Tulamon updated. If this is what Axel wanted you to find, you found it. Huh, so what do I do now? Go back to your dwarf buddy, of course. Yes. Tell Axel about the symbol. He would be grateful for the information. Very grateful. Like, get a nice little payday, grateful. You find what you're looking for? Yep, I like the sound of that. I want a payday too. Or maybe I'll just be happy that he's happy. We'll all be happy together. I should get back to Axel then, to those other ruins. Man, there's a lot of ruins down here. There's a lot of ruins down here. Yes, you should, right away. What's that light from the ceiling? It's an illusion. Do not mind it. It is absolutely not the sun. Glancing upward reveals the rays to be nothing but a magical tingle on your eyes. This is no esoteric pocket, but it most likely once was. Okay, let's try the intelligence roll. That works. That's good enough. Your gloved hand glides over the markings on the front of the shrine. There's something there, inside the stone, and it's text. Tracing your fingers, you realize something is written faintly, scrubbed down over centuries into the surface of the shrine. It says, El ojo rojo, viglia tus logros. The red eye, I think? But the rest I don't know. You take a step back and mumble it to yourself. The red eye watches over you. Oh yeah, like vigil. Okay, that makes sense. I can kind of see that. Okay. Does that mean anything? Probably. They wouldn't just write that on a shrine for no reason. He shrugs. They honestly might have, but who knows? You glance upwards at the lion's head. The eye socket. Perfectly sized for a gemstone. This is obviously a secret you would be able to trigger in case you insert the correct gemstones. Okay, let's look at the eye socket. The stony lion's head glares at you with that one sunken dark eye. Might want to be a bit careful about it, but you could probably put in that jacinth here. So I need to insert a gemstone here? Yes, either a ruby or a jacinth would be a rather practical guess. Alright. Carefully, you guide the jacinth into the perfectly sized eye hole. Once close enough, like a magnet, it gets sucked in. Then you hear a strange noise in the wall. Oh dear. Huh? Oh, gods. The goblin gasps for air, unable to speak. Look to your left. Oh. You just almost just died. That was fast. You would have died had the final blade not been blocked by those vines. And Snell would have died if he had stood just a bit further back, or to the left. Fuck. The goblin is actually shaking. Nice dodge, Snell. We were so close to just like dying. Look at these things. You'd be cut in half. Are you aware of that, cleric? No, real men don't process emotions like that. Yes, maybe. We'll see in a bit. I've heard a delayed response is normal in these situations. Heard about a guy that got an arrow through his skull once, like straight through. The goblin tends to talk a lot when he's in emotional panic. This fucking guy, he just kept walking. He just kept walking about like nothing had happened. Like he was just... With a brash crack, the front of the shrine pops out of place. The goblin jumps. A deep rumbling voice echoes through the chamber as a lion's skull begins floating out of the shrine, along with a ghostly halberd. Es vigilante rojo de crin blanca castigara tu... Again, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know. Then the skull falls to the ground. Stare at it as it rolls to the side. Huh. I'm not sure. He glances around, scanning for threats. That was a ghostly apparition, left to guard this shrine. I don't think they planned it to go that way. For once I agree with you. The skull is on the ground before you, and that hellbard is just floating there, all ghost-like. Be careful. Loot them, come on. Guess I'll check them out. A ghostly hellbard. Plus intelligence, plus wisdom. Is that now actually a weapon I can fight with? That gives me dex and con, which is pretty good. Can I use this as a weapon? I can. A ghostly weapon existing somewhere in between the astral and material planes. However, it is sadly not really materially bound, meaning it won't do any damage if you swing it. Okay, no, I think this rounded off stats better. Well, intelligence and wisdom, this gives me, and this gave me dex and con. Okay, so my constitution is slightly worse, but this didn't round off my wisdom or intelligence to anything. So this is 0, 2, 5, minus 1, 5, minus 1, 0, 2, 4, minus 1, 5, minus 1. Yeah, this is better for now. But hey, I guess the trend of us not having a usable weapon continues. Okay, no, I don't need to prepare spells right now. Let's take a look at the skull. A lion's skull. He kneeled down to look at the cat-like skull on the ground. What's your thought on this, Snell? My head's as empty as that skull, cleric. Can we go? Hello? No response. Okay, I'll leave you to it. Pat the top of the skull. Okay then. Okay then, we got a cool weapon out of it, but it's not really a usable weapon, so not that big of a deal, I suppose. But hey, that was some nice exploration here at least. That's good, that's better than nothing. So now I guess I'm gonna go back up to where I originally was. Yeah, I think so. And I suppose I'll see you there. Huh? What's this? Huh? Esoteric pocket. Up in the air, 10 or so feet over the moonlit grassy field, you peer at the outline of a bubble. It sits fixed, wobbling by the push of some unknown force, clearly not affected by wind or anything else material. A portal to another realm, says intelligence, failingly. The goblin stands up on his tippy toes, looking up at it. What are you looking at? You don't see it? No, I see something. It's faint, though. Esoteric bullshit, I assume? Always. Late night esoteric bullshit, even. Look, you're the expert. How do we deal with this shit? It is still forming. Remember the alcohol pocket? That thing started out just like this. Your past experience tells you an approximate time. 1 hour. In 1 hour, it will form into something solid. It will occur in about an hour. Oh, what's it gonna do? It's an esoteric pocket, could be anything. I haven't heard of one appearing like this for years. In the city below, sure, but up here? Anything can happen in the realm of the esoteric, Snow, or it is very rare. Logically, it should not stick around for long either. I'll go with the second one. It's getting pretty late, but like I said, you're the expert. Make your choice. Oh, yes, this esoteric. Old master play with many bubbles like this. Asked the Scarf, why did your old master play with esoteric pockets? Old master did book a lot. Write word, read word. Many book. Many about bubble. Old master go to bubble, cast magic, and watch what happen. Meek was with on many trip. Never in not dungeon though. Well, now you get to see one up here, I guess. Yes, very happy Meek. If Meek had known not dungeon was so big, Meek would have gone to not dungeon in less time. Do we just spend an hour to stake it out? I have to spend a full hour watching it? An esoteric pocket is unreasonable. If you leave for a second, it might be gone or go completely out of control. You know well, the esoteric is much impacted by surrounding sentience. If a thinking mind is near, if it is observed, the pocket will act more rationally. Okay, I suppose we're gonna stake it out. Late night hours. Real fun time to stay out in Dolstad. A cool ocean gust. Come far from Jaws Point. Entering your helm, leaving your face numb. This is the kind of night heroes are created. The kind when dark forces emerge from the chasms to be beaten back by the bellowing horns of the light. If someone finds out you didn't deal with this pocket and it turns into like a 4-star lava biome or something, you're screwed. And you might be able to wiggle your way out of that trouble, but really, considering how many people know you're here on this specific piece of Tolstad right now for the investigation, look up. Above the shimmering pocket, far up, you see the moon. Alone in that ever-wide expanse, a blot of light as wide as your thumb on an outstretched fist. Circling around the white, its blue-hued ring. It shines particularly bright on this cloudless night. Even this grassy field, the roof of the garden, which holds no glowstone nor everlasting flame, is so brightly illuminated that you have no trouble seeing each individual dewy blade of grass as you plant yourself on top of them. This spot, this is where you will wait. Having sat quiet for quite some time, the goblin finally speaks. They're really not that common, are they? No, they are. The pocket? No, they're not. There's maybe one a month in each district. Unreported, maybe double. No, they're not. That checks out. Ignoring a few encounters below, I've only ever run into a real esoteric event in the wild twice in my life. I guess this is 3. What was the first? I saw a boulette pocket when I was a kid. No one I knew died, but it was a shit show. A boulette and a land shark predator. They burrow through the air and with intense speeds. They have been known to invade Norvikian streets at times, taking many lives in the process. Yeah, I know them from... there is one in Baldur's Gate, so I've known them for a bit at this point. Didn't have to face one in D&D yet, so maybe that will happen at some point. What was the second? I was on a trip to South Housing when I accidentally walked or slid into a grease pocket. Took me 5 days to get rid of that oily feeling all over. Awful. What was the third? This. He points at the blue bubble. I meant this is the third one for me. Confusing. I see. You should have been clearer about that. Right, I misunderstood. Confusing. Right, I misunderstood. The goblin squints at you as if you too were an esoteric pocket. I've encountered many myself. Oh yeah? He is inviting you to share. Oh, the gremlin pocket. That one was crazy. He'll love that story. The necro butcher. A grim tale. One with themes relevant to your excursion. Yeah, I've never been drunk except once during the Great Towers riot. Tell the intoxication story. During my Earthguard training, I spent 6 months in the Great Steam Pit militia. Tell the gremlin story. I once stopped an illegal fishery ring by raising an undead army of frozen fish. Tell the necro butcher story. Let's tell the Necrobutcher story. The goblin stares at you. For a long, drawn-out moment. I'm sorry, what? The Norvik fishery reported dead fish rising from their freezer storage. It kept happening. Night after night, I was sent to investigate. Ah, yeah, I've heard rumors of that shit happening. Just figured it was a joke. I searched the facility, found a dead man underneath the freezer unit. Oh. His tone shifts. That's grim. His ghost had created a faint pocket of undeath. His hatred was strong enough to animate the fish each night. Hatred? I mean, he's dead, so I get it, but still. I looked into it, checked the local registry, and took the corpse to a patriarch to get a speak with dead done. Turns out the dead man was a whistleblower. The fishery owners killed him to keep him quiet about their illegal operation. The goblin's expression darkens. Fuck. Smuggling, bribes, murder, poaching, even tax evasion. Oh, that last one will get you. That's the big one. So what did you do? The dead man wanted revenge, and I may have accidentally encouraged him to take it. Oh no. I really didn't mean to. I might have meant to kind of do it. What's done is done. I really didn't mean to. Sure, and the fish spilled out of the warehouse, out on the streets of Norwich Wall. A small army of reanimated frozen cod, flopping, rolling, smashing towards the owner's house across the way. The goblin bursts out laughing. Are you serious? He wipes tears from his eyes. The owner was apparently eating dinner when he heard them come. Oh gods. The goblin can barely breathe. The owner survived, but his operation did not. The patriarch took over the ordeal, but I did help bury the whistleblower properly afterwards. Ha! And you got a medal for that, I assume? For enabling vigilante ghost justice? No, I got reprimanded. You should have gotten a medal, 100%. Undead fish army, that's the best story I've heard all year. He wipes his eyes again. Of course, it was nothing compared to that time my eyes exploded. The goblin quickly gets up from his seat. You what? Suddenly your body recoils. A shockwave, faint but real, emerged from the esoteric pocket. Huh? Your intuition was correct, as always. You waited 1 hour, and now you get to witness this esoteric event. It is forming. It has become... No. It is you. Flail? No. This must be a gravity-repelling pocket. It will surely kill you. Cleric, fix this. Fix? What do you want me to do? Control gravity? Yeah? He shrugs violently in the air. It does not cause him to change course at all. Sure, just let me study my secret arcanist gravity text for a few minutes. I'll get right back to you. Just give me a moment. I'm getting my bearings here. Bearings? On what? A fucking cloud? The goblin is afraid. Show him how a human acts. Focus. Unless you want to be floating around up here for hours, it's time to perform a feat of gravitational acrobatics. Everything is unstable. You can sense it in the pocket's shell. You must make it to lower before it ends, or you will hurt yourself in the fall. You drift higher. The goblin spins slowly, going upside down. Okay, focus. He is speaking with himself. Okay, intelligence, we have disadvantage. And dexterity, we have advantage. And this is a +2, and this is a -1. Okay, so with disadvantage, we would have to roll an 8 as the worst one, as the worst of the rolls. And here we would have to roll an 11 as the best of our rolls. I think that is more feasible. I don't know the entire mathematics behind rolls like that, but I feel like if we have 2 chances, I just don't want to bet on the worst one. That works. Okay, you stretch. Your hand breaches the pocket's boundary. Suddenly, it has weight again. You pull yourself down, hand over hand. fighting the weightlessness. The moment you touch Earth, the pocket destabilizes. It shorts out. The bubble pops. Gravity returns to normal. You lie on the wet grass. Get up while groaning. You are discombobulated, but you are whole. The goblin lands nearby with a thud. I hate esoteric pockets. I hate them so much. No broken bones? Be happy you didn't get the blood boiling pocket. That was exhilarating. Or groan. No broken bones? No. He mutters on the ground. Maybe a broken soul if that counts. Let's look up. The pocket is gone. The goblin gets to his feet slowly. He brushes grass off his cloak. At least there wasn't an undead fish involved. The world returns to normal, without that esoteric feeling. Just grass, moon, cold air. Complete calm and quiet. The grass beneath your feet is cold and wet. Regular cold and wet. Take a deep breath, then leave. Okay, I do kind of want to know how we long rest, though. I assume we can't just camp out here, because it's getting really late. Are you following? You approach your companion. Let's get on with it. Okay, let's go. Where do I sleep tonight? I don't know, cleric. He gives you a defeated look. Can't the city pay for something? You're a cleric, for God's sake. I can just not sleep, that's fine, right? No? Can I sleep with you? Maybe I can sleep with Viscan? Can I sleep in the Goblin Garden? Can I just sleep here? Guess I could ask the Coin Lord? Yeah, I'll skip sleeping for now. Can I sleep in the Goblin Garden? No, or... I mean... He thinks again... he thinks about it for a second and then once again says, no. Maybe I can sleep with Viscan? You're probably too warm for him, and don't phrase it like that. Your thoughts land on the spell Ray of Frost and how it could solve this issue. The goblin is joking. I guess I could ask the Coin Lord? Ah, yeah. Darrow's your boss on this job, isn't he? Guess you got another thing to talk to him about. Fun. Okay, where do we find the Coin Lord? What's your position in all of this? Whatever do you mean by that, cleric? Why are you helping me in this rough world of ours? I'm here on behalf of Lady Sageleaf. Her will is for the streets of Tolstad to not suddenly burst into flames in the middle of the day. Her will be done, so to say. But why are you really here? My motives are not of interest, cleric. He does not want to discuss his inner feelings to you. Understandable, you're kinda creepy. You got any family? I'm a goblin, what do you think? Goblins normally live in tribal societies with a broad family structure. Your companion most likely has at the very least a dozen or so siblings. Any less would be remarkable, even in Norwich. Why would you care about goblin family structures? They don't even have their own culture. That was the point of their genocide. Oh, I don't know. He sighs. Yeah, got lots of siblings, duh. Ain't got no offspring, though. Thank the gods for that. I see, you're infertile. Why would you say that? Kids are wonderful. Yeah, fuck them kids. The goblin rubs his temples. Uh-huh. What if it burst into flames in the middle of the night instead? I don't think she'd like that either. I have some other questions. Okay, let's go.